change the scene.
Oh boy, you're right. Sorry. Sorry, feels bad. In other words, I hope you've enjoyed the radio cast of the draft so far.
And on
We're good.
93.7
Don't
W Burger.
don't worry, I won't change it back to that scene for the rest of the draft, or well, rest of the series, I should say. So we'll be, I think we'll be good. And yeah, so we see an Illidan ban on the other side. Illusion likes to play Illidan here and there, and that may have influenced that ban.
I think you just pick up Tracer here if you're
Tracer, Vala.
Illusion.
Either of those really.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at it. The only lockdown you have so far on the side of ODG is Kael'thas, and that's a very hard to hit stun on Tracer unless you have some sort of CC to follow up on. But we see the Cassia and Tyrael.
They might have been worried about like a Tyrael coming out in response if they take Tracer that early, especially with the Greymane, like taunt Greymane, KT blow up will just eat a Tracer alive.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would have been fine with going against a KT though.
Yeah, and you also have Uther as well, so
I think it's more likely that the Tyrael pick is foreshadowing their 5th pick, which is going to be something very divey to go along with Cassia.
Like a Butcher or a Kerrigan.
maybe like an Alarak. Just something of that nature, or just even another warrior that does a bit of damage, like a Sonya, maybe.
Yeah,
that's my guess. That's my guess. But what could ODG be looking at here?
I think
I'd imagine a couple
still
front
viable here.
It's a Garrosh, okay.
Arthas. Free Executioner procs for Greymane at 16. That's solid. A lot of slows and displacements.
I'm not sure how well a Tracer Cassia would work, but at this point right now, Tracer would be a living hell for ODG to deal with.
Yeah, that is true.
no point and click CC. Even with the Garage throw, well, Tracer can just get right out of there. If she keeps her distance against Arthas, Arthas is not a problem, and his route is very easy to dodge.
Yeah, there's not a lot of lockdown for the Tracer.
Yeah.
And if all goes to shit, like you always have Tyrael like Sanctification to bail anybody out.
True.
Like if Tracer was getting
or D-Shield
or Cassia. Yeah, D-Shield. They have a lot of
defensive tools.
Let's go all in, and if it doesn't work out, we still got this. We can back out and then let our sustain power through.
Plenty of options for the oh shit button.
Yeah, definitely.
With this draft for sure. So honestly, they could do something super ham bone with this.
Yeah, the Butcher would be a cool pick.
There are a lot of possibilities.
Maybe not against Arthas, but
Malthael.
Okay, okay, I like that.
That's along the lines of what I was.
Yeah, go in there, pop in Tormented Souls.
Looking at these drafts, which side do you like better to start off with?
Personally, I like ODG's draft. I just think the Arthas Garrosh is going to be super solid. Good follow up with the Greymane and the KT. And the Tyrael is just such a flimsy tank.
Yeah, I mean with a double support behind, I like illusions here.
Do you?
I really do. I think it's going to be very difficult to kill any of these heroes, just with the amount of safeguards that they've had plus the double support. It'll be interesting. I mean, your big thing is gonna be Garrosh in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, they absolutely can get picks on Cassia and Uther, I think. Even if they end up having to, bait out a D-Shield or a Sanct or whatever the case may be, I think there may be enough kill pressure for them to turn the fights that way, but in the end, I do like Illusion's draft a little bit better. It seems better for the long fights, and I mean on Cursed Hollow, that's what wins you the fights a lot of the time.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna stick by my guns. Say ODG's got the advantage here. I still like the Arthas Garrosh.
Sure.
If you get any sort of displacement on anybody, it's gonna be really hard for them to walk away from Arthas. I feel like they're gonna be able to trade up each time with getting like early D shields popped, early Sanks popped.
So
from, like,
we have
positioning.
We have over on the. Ooh, we should be. I think we're good here. Yeah, I think we're good. We have over on the left. We have Illusion Esports. We have Kozer, Ontario, Real Rad Dad on Mountvale. Nedens is on the Uther. Matt 407 on the Cassia, and over on the Tastar we have Rogue.
On the right side we have ODG. And we've got Billy Fish on the Arthas, Capitan on Greymane, ISO Sneaky on Kael'thas, Crosby on Ariel, and Cooks on Garage.
Sweet do. We're going to be playing pretty tentative at the start here. Get the spray game going.
The old spray and pray.
The spray game. And Illusion wants nothing to do with Garage in this opening engagement, which is wise. It's definitely wise. Serial throwing down the Q3 fight possibility, but it's going to expire anyways. He will get out of there just fine. Up in the top lane, looks like we will have Mountvale and Arthas. The bottom lane, we've got Tassadar and Greymane.
Should be some pretty boring lanes.
Yep.
For the top and bottom. Cassie is actually doing a really good job at chunking down ODG in the mid lane.
Okay. We do have a little bit different talent on Uther at level 1. The Silver Touch. This is the... Sorry, I don't play Uther a ton, but this is the quest for his Q.
I have about as many support games as I have fingers, so barking up the wrong tree there, man.
Well, it's support mains, keep an eye on Uther, I guess. Let's see how that goes. Everything else is pretty standard across the board. We have a Garage full here. See a little pressure in the bottom lane. Greymane seems to be getting, at least in the beginning, a little bit better on Tassadar. He's going to rotate over to their siege camp. Try and cap that at the, as soon as possible once they spawn in 2 minutes.
Looks like Cassie and Uther are going over to take theirs on the respective side of Illusions.
See Mountvale doing pretty well against the Arthas up top here. But all in all, pretty boring laning phase at the start. 0 kills on both sides. Pretty much dead even on the experience.
Yeah, just rotating out, playing smart.
They're going to wait on this cap a little bit so Greymane can back. Already capped. On the other side. Someone having a problem with their britches. See Uther getting thrown. But he's going to make it out of there just fine. Another pull by Garage. Doing work with his level 1 talent for his Q. He's already got 7 pulls.
Looks like Greymane went up top early, which is fortuitous. Went up to clear the siege camp, and that's where the tribute is. It's good rotation.
I would imagine it's going to go over to ODG. We see a flip on the Uther over here.
Well, KT's a little bit late.
KT's a little late, but we do see the Tassadar sticking around.
The super aggressive flank by KT.
And there goes Billy Fish on Arthas.
KT all up in their back line, flanking super hard. It's a good stun coming out though.
He does make it out of there okay. And Cassia does go in. Kozer really gets flipped. Can he get a kill with the straight here? Yep.
Yep, that's a good trade value if I've ever seen it.
There's a living bomb on Cassia. She's 1 hit away. Oh my.
Yeah. Looked like Uther might have missed him with the W, but the whole time, Illusions has been soaking bottom. That's huge.
Yep. That's really big. And one that should have gone over to ODG. This was a 5v4. The longer this goes on, the better for Illusion. Oh, and they do miss the delay and the W from Uther, but that's still great value. That gave him a quarter of a level. Could have been worse, but
that was a really heads-up play. Honestly, accepting the fact that Tass was going to be late because they had to clear the siege and just opting to soak the whole time. Give yourself a bit of an advantage is pretty big.
You see, just get a little pressure on that top fort on the bottom lane. Or top tower, I'm sorry. Should be done. We're going to see Cruiser Camp picked up on the side of ODG. I like this a lot. This puts great pressure on during the second tribute phase. on Curse Solo, and we're not going to see an answer by Illusion.
Gather tribute or face my curse. The choice is simple.
Did you see
Looks like both the supports and the bot lane are going to rotate up. Is Task going to stay bot? No. Looks like he's going to tap and
he will come up. Okay.
rotate up.
And we have a pause. A little bit of lag issues. All in all, you know, pretty even so far. Illusion did get a little bit better on, or they got a little better half of the fight for that first tribute.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the real thing with both of these comps, the big thing is going to be how things come on at level 10.
Oh, definitely. That's, yeah. Sanctification is going to be really impactful, especially with the Tormented Souls.
Yep.
It's good synergy. It's all going to be how well and effectively they can, Illusion can engage onto, you know, like KT and Ariel and Greymane with the Sanct Tormented Souls, I think.
We see whose volume's low. Is it mine low? Rory. Can sure turn it up.
Burger is the only one who can unpause.
Oh really? Okay, so we're ready. Oh boy. I can't talk. Oh, it doesn't show me the. I'm not ref actually.
Oh shit! How do I do it? How do you unpause?
I'm not left. Are you ref?
I don't know. How do you unpause?
P? No, hold on. Wait. All right, I got it.
Oh, nice, nice,
Okay.
good.
I can't communicate with them. And it won't show me the chat bar. You can see it, but they can't. If I'm an observer, I don't think they can see it. Anyways.
Big damage coming out of the Ariel whip. Tyrael getting taken down real quickly. Let's see if he's gonna get more of that trait value.
Not quite. Although we do see a lot of damage going down on the side of ODG.
That was really big damage.
Yeah. See if they can heal things back up. Greymane is in trouble and goes down. So we have a 4v4 here.
Oh, good flip from Garage. Getting the Uther kill.
And the Cassia. Yeah.
And the Cassia kill as well. Well done. I didn't see that. Did KT take that Cassia?
Yeah. And this is where that level 7 talent on Ariel starts to hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
And there we go.
But she manages to heal through almost all the big damage.
It's going to be a
regardless. So.
4 for 2 in the end, or was it a 5 for 2? That was a 5. That was a 5 for 2.
Yeah, I think it was a 5 for 2. Yeah.
We also see
straight for their boss.
A bit of value in the mid lane with the mercenary kit.
I really like this call, knowing that if they take the boss now, they'll have to answer it before the next tribute is up, which means that they can
but
then early curse.
Both teams know. We'll see if ODG can get down in time to pick off Illusion's boss as well, but I think they're going to be okay.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be able
Tyrael
to
slows him down. He did distract him a little bit.
Well, I don't know. They are doing this pretty slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is. They actually do have.
They'll be here in time. They'll be here in time.
Yeah.
Oh, Greymane, where are you going? Come here, buddy.
Oh, Arthas is just gonna sit on that Uther. Yeah,
Cassia
wow.
Go down, Uther go down. It's a couple kills. That's level 10s.
Plus curse and their boss.
Yep.
That's rough.
This is gonna hurt. This is going to hurt.
I'm honestly surprised they're not trying to pressure bottom keep as 5.
Yeah, if it were me, I would actually wait on this a little bit. You see 2 people top right now. You know Tastar's bottom. Maybe wait on the curse a little bit. I don't know. It could be a little bit risky, but
I think you just cap it instantly and you head straight for the bottom keep. And then if any of them go to defend the boss, you can like cut them off from their retreat, or you just opt to punish the bot keep.
Sidar's in trouble. He pops Archon.
It's a big ball lightning coming out.
Yeah, it is.
Knocking him down pretty hard.
That is.
Oh, another garage pull.
Still the other 3/4 health boss pushes down the bottom.
Yeah, and Greymane joins the fray, adding that kill potential.
We see Tyrael rotating down, Malthael rotating down. And that should be all she wrote for the mid fort and the top fort. By the end of this curse, they should be down. Yeah, it's gonna be a matter if they can get a. It's gonna be a matter if they get a keep here. And Malthael, this pop is ult. He did use his. He did use his teleport.
But EDG is 13. Big KT damage coming out. Sanked. Counter spots. Ultimately not doing too much.
We see disengage. Malthael could be in trouble here though. That's gonna be the end.
Yeah, that was... Oh, wonderful stun by KT.
This keep is 100% going down.
Greymane getting tripped down pretty hard though. Oh yeah, without a doubt. Get the bottom keep.
ODG snowballing this game a little bit here. 0 tributes have been taken for Illusion Esports.
Yeah, they picked up 3 forts and a keep on that one curse, just because of that bottom boss fight. That was pretty huge.
Now we see them stealing the Bruiser camp over in the mid. Now we'll see what they do. They rotate back at their own camps, paint the map red, and I mean it's a. What do you do as ODG to capitalize on this right now with your map pressure? What do? Do you get this Bruiser camp over here, try and push mid, siege down the wall mid a little bit?
Most importantly, like
I mean, you want to force with your level 13 talent advantage right now, right?
Right. Yeah. What they should have done was get healthy after they started backing away from the bottom keep, and then immediately started pressuring Illusion's camps, like the top siege camp, pushing the top lane, kind of bully them out of lane with the 13 advantage.
And this is, as far as ults go, we should have touched on them earlier, but this is pretty standard across the board.
Yeah, I don't really see
Army of the Dead. It's nothing particularly noteworthy.
Except maybe Archon over Forces.
Yeah, Archon over Force Wall. We see Garrosh going with Decimate over the Taunt, which recently got buffed in this patch. We're going to see them siege down the top. They say, who needs waves to push? Who needs waves? This is a 5v3 down here, as long as they can keep people healthy enough. Army of the Dead is still up for Arthas, so he's really not too scared getting that low. Not to mention Aegis is still up. I don't think that's been used so far in the game. I don't think. Greymane Q Flask is almost done as well. See them zoning out for Ariel here. I don't think this is Illusion's time to fight. Even Talontiers here, they throw out the ball lightning.
Yep. Here comes the Army of the Dead.
Still don't have Malthael here either.
Arthur's getting chipped really low though. Ooh, the response. Curse bullet on the Tyrael.
See the Divine Shield out on the Cassia. Not getting the greatest value, to be completely honest, but this should be a kill out of here. Cooks goes down. And they're going into this fight. Fade out some Kael'thas abilities, and that's about all you can really do right here.
Oh wow. What a turnaround. Unfortunately,
Matt's going down.
Coming through.
That's a 3 for 1. Take that any day of the week. You do still have the camp pushing mid though. They're going to have to respond to that. With the boss up in 30 seconds. Boss is up now for ODG. Another 25 seconds over on the side of Illusion Esports.
Yeah, it was a really good fight.
That was one thing they needed. They only, the crummy part is they're still down 2 levels, but this gives them a little breathing room. They can go up a tribute or 2 on their way to 16. Now you just soak to catch up, get back on the same talent tier. And they may only have to give up 1 tribute, as we see ODG kind of guarding their boss up here. I don't think they're going to start it. Or they already started, okay.
Yeah, I think they will. I think that they're going to use Illusion's Fear of 16 to kind of ward them off the boss.
I think that's a good move. I'd like to see Illusion hop on their own boss right now, though.
Yeah, this should be. I think that's what they're...
I think that's where they're going.
Oh,
this is going to be dangerous.
Unfortunate tribute placement.
You see that boss is done. Keep in mind, there are catapults pushing in the bottom lane at this point.
This is another slow boss take. Let's see if they're able to get it out this time. It's gonna be close. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna be able to get it.
They still want to force the fight though.
They want to force the fight. Here comes Sank and D shield.
That's overlapping and a huge chain bomb over here too.
Yeah, that was a huge cooldowns burnt there. But they did get the boss though. That is important.
Yeah, that was big for them. Now they need to get back up to this top lane, defend this boss, make sure Keep doesn't go down. They'll have plenty of time to rotate over there and be able to clear that out just fine. Even shield up the Keep a little bit to make sure not too much damage is done. To be honest, if I was on the side of ODG, I probably would have just let that boss go and gone and taken this bruiser camp, and they could have still sieged up mid even more. But they opt to clear the boss instead. They may still do this bruiser camp here.
Yeah, it's a little risky now that there's...
Kozer sniffs it out, but they're not being too hasty.
Yeah.
On getting over here and contesting it.
Yeah, I think they just don't care.
Yeah.
Right now, they want to look for a fight that they find is favorable.
Yeah. And that's, you have to give them props for that. They didn't freak out, try and force a play that wasn't there. Instead, they pick up the siege camp. They come mid, clear that out, and now do they want to invade? Is the question, because you know right where they're heading. Both of these camps.
Gather tribute.
Illusion doesn't know this right now, but they are 100% split. ODG is.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna opt to push out mid and then go for this tribute.
Dancing around a little bit. You want Malthael to get this rotation a little bit sooner.
Yeah,
they've got split off down bottom and didn't do much to the bottom wave. Decided to turn around and come back up for this. Yeah, this is a fight you want. This is a fight you want right here.
Luckily for them, Greymane's also late. Let's see if this Holy Ground gets some good value in this team fight.
That's an early Phoenix. It's not going to get a lot of value. Not much zoning is done there. We've seen Tastar back, or was that a?
Not sure if that's a bait or what that was, but
man, they had time to force a fight here. I think.
See, the unfortunate part is, okay, so it looks like they're gonna give this tribute. I was gonna say like they were playing this little poke game, but it's not favorable at all for Illusion to play a poke game when you've got cannons that are marching down your bot lane.
Exactly. They needed to just go in and make something happen, as we see ODG looking to
Which
force
is what I was expecting for the Holy Ground could have done.
Yep.
Could have forced the issue basically, and that's what I was hoping to see.
Yep. And we see them pressuring down top. We do have the toss down on the garage, and they're trying to force this. Is this the fight they want? They're gonna have to disengage.
I mean, if they're gonna take it, they have to do it now. They've got Katas in these turns. There it is. Big sync coming out.
Nice sanctification. It's gonna finish off garage too.
Oh, big root coming out from Arthas.
If Uther dies, it's okay. Uther needs to get up with the team right now.
There it is. That's the big turnaround.
Really, the key thing in that fight, to be completely honest, Uther stayed back, attacked a minion. Well, they had 3 people chasing. Tastadar backed to clear the wave bottom, and then it ended up being a 3v4 as they were chasing them, and it was a perfect opportunity.
Yeah, it was one of those panic moments. They saw like they were taking core damage or about to, so they kind of, you know, freaked out maybe a little bit.
Personally, I think it's fine if you're going to commit to a fight like that, just commit to it. Take a little bit of core damage, go back and deal with that. But winning a team fight right there would have been, I think, way bigger than you know, overextending like they did, and just to avoid a little bit of core damage, because now we have the curse as well. Those catapults have no opposition now. We'll see how well they can defend this here. See Kael'thas grabbing the siege camp up above here. They want to pressure mid.
Well, everyone knows that KT's excels heavily in PvE.
That's a good pickup, though. I mean, that's going to put pressure on top. That lets them siege down mid, and they can just, after this, they can rotate top and look to pressure that down as well. Here comes Army to the dead. Pop.
Cassie coming in, throws out the ball lightning, going on the garage. Needs to turn on the Ariel if he can.
You see
it's a big tormented souls coming out though. Huge from Malthael.
They're so low.
Oh, excellent
Ariel's
job.
Split off. That will be the end of Cassia though. So in the end, this is gonna be a 1 for 3. I think.
Well,
right.
Ariel's not going down without a fight.
Ariel,
that's for sure.
Best 1v2 hero in the game?
I suppose so. Just Oh my! Oh my! This Ariel!
Ariel.
This Ariel! Is this the best Ariel I've ever seen?
To be honest, man, I don't know that was a good thing for her. Now you have a staggered death out to 60 seconds. The good thing it did, though, is it kept the attention there while they were getting pressure in that bottom lane. They got a little bit of core damage, but probably not enough to be meaningful. But
I think
still,
you're
looking at it.
Teams,
I mean,
honestly.
right? Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. I mean, at this point, you have all the forts, all the keeps down on the side of Illusion, and the boss play is gonna end the game.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would do this without my healer, though. I mean, maybe if somebody goes and shows bottom on the side of Illusion, I think that's your cue. I think that's your cue.
Yeah, honestly, you just bait it out. Like, you just wait until they answer a land, and then you...
Yeah. We've seen this dance in the HGC before. With pro teams, the boss getting a little shake on him.
Yeah. You've got to know that, like, time is on your side. Like, you're not even 20 yet. Like, if you let them force something, this is terrible for you. And it looks like that's a big holy ground coming out, though.
Yeah.
Forcing the issue.
Completely split the team. Is that going to be the end of Garage? That's going to be the end of Garage?
Excellent job.
You have to steal this. You have to steal this boss right now, I think, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you've got to kill the boss and then have someone get back and clear lanes. They're doing it really slowly.
Doing it. Is this a backdoor?
No, they're gonna go to their boss.
Or a boss.
They're gonna race their boss. Yeah, they're gonna race their boss and then force the issue.
Okay.
That's a smart play.
I like that call, but there's so much pressure on this core, man.
Oh yeah.
Look at all of these catapults. You have a Merc camp mid.
And that's the only reason why ODG can get away with this play. Is because they have all lanes.
Well, they're kind of in a checkmate position as long as they don't completely throw this, really. You think? I mean, you think they care about the tribute? No.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, this is 4v5. This is gonna hurt. Even 4v5, this is gonna hurt. They need to get the other lanes pushed out ASAP. You see them posturing to push in down here. Garage will join them a little bit later, but I have to imagine all the fireworks will pretty much be done by the time he gets there.
So KT going for Master of Flames in 20.
The big thing is they have to force a fight out here. They might have gotten enough damage. They were, see, that was ODG. I probably would have all in that, even with 4 people. So that was way too much free clear.
Yeah, this boss is almost dead. If they engage past this, oh, this is big damage coming out.
Ariel's gonna go down after the Sages, I believe.
They gotta kill the Grey Mane. They gotta get to the Grey Mane.
The chain bomb. The chain bomb. 20%. Kill the KT.
7.
6, 4.
What killed it?
I think it was this bottom catapult.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it was the bottom catapult. I didn't see the shot go in there, but I don't know what else. Because I think they made a change recently to where if you kill catapult while it has a shot in the air, it does half damage, but I don't think half damage would have taken 4%, right? There might have even been a little bit of shield left. A full catapult at this point in the game could do that. That's my guess.
Yeah, I mean, that it seems like the only thing that could have caused it. Yeah. Occam's razor, as they say.
Yeah, they just basically put him in a checkmate position. It was,
yeah, and smothered him. It was, yeah, it was really good.
Yep, that's game number 1. The interesting thing is, you look at ODG, and they were down in kills. It was 17-12 in favor of Illusion. Yet they managed to get 2 curses, and they had all the structures down of Illusion ESports, while Illusion could manage to get any of ODG's down. That was great macro play, just coming out from ODG, really.
Yeah, it really was. Just smart decision making all around. And I mean, Illusions was they went down really hard after that first curse when they lost the boss fight. They lost 3 forts and a keep, but they still fought their way back into the game. They took even tiered fights and were winning the team fights. So they definitely weren't down and out.
Let's see what we got for map number 2. Keep in mind, again, these guys did play in the regular season, and it was a 1-1 split in the best of 2. Let's see what we have for a map pick here. When they decide to pick. Anyways.
Whose pick is it?
This should be the loser gets to pick whether they want
First picker.
Yeah.
Map pick.
So it'll be up to Illusion. They just chose map. I feel like after choosing map and losing on your map, you probably want first pick, right? But personally, I would always prefer map pick. I don't know. It's so tough to tell because sometimes, you know, even just looking at HTC, sometimes you've got like a 60% win rate for first pick, and sometimes it's just completely the other way around. I don't know what meta dictates that changing, or if it's completely random.
So according to the chat, it was the second flame strike that killed the core.
Okay.
Which I did not see. So you eagle-eyed observers out there, well done.
Okay.
And we'll try and be more enthusiastic for uninverted.
I was caught a little off guard. It was like, oh wait, the game's over?
I know, I didn't even know. I thought they had successfully defended the core.
Get out of here. Yeah, no, that was... We made it a little anticlimactic, I'll agree.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't worry. I'm gonna lose my shit when this next game ends, alright?
GG!
That was good though. That was good. It'll be interesting to see how the draft goes this time because, you know, Battlefield is a very snowbally game. And I think a lot more dependent on the team fights versus the macro play. The only important macro thing really I think is no, I shouldn't say that. There are a lot of map strategy that goes into Battlefield of Eternity, but I think at the end of the day, the team that comes out on top a lot of the time is the one that just wins the team fights.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to avoid on that map.
It's harder to out macro a team on something like Battlefield of Eternity, because if you win the Immortal, you can push just to the end. All you need is a couple of them, really. So, it'll be interesting. This may favor... I don't know whose map pick this is. I suppose we'll find out once we get into the draft. Oh, this guy's going to make me switch. These guys. We'll see. Okay.
All right, so who's on what side this time?
Let me switch my overlay. It's gonna be Illusion on the right, ODG on the left.
Okay, so they had to make it difficult, basically.
Jerks! We got ODG. Up 1-0. And this is ODG's map pick then.
ODG picked this map, huh?
ODG did pick this map, yeah.
They want to fight.
It's interesting, yeah.
They're like, we'll see you.
Yeah, this is the battle of the double support teams, in case you've missed.
So I didn't miss.
Let's see what the strategy is.
Oncologist on call to identify that cancerous tumor that I just witnessed.
Let's see. Garrosh Ben. Okay.
Dude. Real recognize real.
Yeah.
You know? They were like
Ariel. They didn't waste any time. They knew what they wanted. Now, Is there anything you would ban Ariel for in particular because you wanted something that Ariel would combat, or trying to think?
I'm not sure.
Maybe just
my thought
banning,
process
maybe
might
just
be that
banning a
they're
comfort
gonna.
pick.
Yeah, I was thinking that they might go double support, but they didn't want them to be able to have a sustaining support like Ariel.
Okay. What if we see a Tastar first pick here then? I think that could be something.
Over,
just
don't you think they would just respond with like the Vala Uther?
Well, I'm seeing on the side of Illusion.
Yeah,
they have one pick here.
I'm saying if they take the TAS, I think that like ODG would just respond with like Vala Uther.
I think that's okay. I mean, Uther's another way to go too. I still think with TAS you have a little bit more flexibility than that. You don't need the Vala. It's good. It's good, 100%. Yes, but I mean,
Vala or bust.
Do you want them to get TAS? Is the question. And I don't know how highly both of these teams value TAS as well.
Everyone was very frightened about the damage reduction on his auto attack from 15 to 14. It was an immeasurable nerf. People are very frightened. So is TAS even viable now? Who knows?
I'd be surprised.
I'm just kidding.
Let's see.
It'd be cool to see a Tyrande. Obviously, probably not in this rotation, but it'd be cool to see on this map.
I don't know. It's a lose and you go home. Do you want to try something risky like that, or have they had a bit of practice time and they want to do something along those lines? I don't think with the first pick Vala that points to going at Tyrande at any point down the line. We see an Arthas Vala coming out here.
That's true.
That could be setting up a Lunara pick later on as well. Lunara pairs so well with Arthas in the slow with their level 13.
Oh, yeah.
Applying more damage to slowed targets. Could be a direction that they're looking to go in. Yeah, interestingly enough, on the side of ODG, they didn't take a support on the first two picks there. I feel like something special is in mind with the Arthas pick this early. Just seeing how we've had such a high priority on supports to this point early in the draft, and just the meta in general. It'll be interesting to see what way they go. What could Illusion do here?
I would think you want to take the Gray main to potentially deny it.
Yeah.
You need some sort of race, I would guess. Like, you already see the ball up, but they're coming for the Cassia, which is
Cassia in both games so far tonight.
Yeah.
Dahaka on Battlefield, the Roll 20 special.
And now that Finn is actually fixed,
yeah,
Cassia is a pretty strong pick.
Well, I mean, that gives you another sort of that hyper carry. That's, I mean, with the Fen bug, that made it really difficult. Right. So you put herself in some really awkward positions by just teleporting.
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
See a Tyrael ban. That may be a comfort pick on Kozer's part. I know that I've seen Kozer play Tyrael a couple times, just playing against him.
He had some pretty big sanctifications.
And it was great last game. A couple good holy grounds, forcing fights. The sanctifications I thought were on point. Yep. Maybe I thought all of them were good, except for maybe one was lackluster, but all the other ones were great.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. So they could just be denying that kind of momentum changer.
Very well, and that could just be the style that they run. I mean, then you look at it, you have Uther Cassia. What pairs well with dive heroes? Tyrael.
Exactly, yeah.
So,
just like Cassia, get up in their guts, do whatever she wants.
Be interesting. I feel like they could go with just another super bully like a Murden or something instead of Tyrael.
Rory says he wants to see a Jaina pickup from Illusion. That would be an interesting pickup.
Okay. What if they went like a Jaina ETC? That's your blow up comp for Illusion. That's what you were saying.
Would you pair that over a Diablo potentially?
Diablo would be alright too. It's just you get the ETC slide into the Uther stun. You're hitting all three waves of the Blizzard. You get your Cone of Cold. That's you're getting all of your damage out there. You want, in my opinion, as far as when you do a blow up comp like that, you want to be able to lock somebody in place for at least a couple seconds, and I think Uther ETC would do that. Not to mention you could throw a Dahaka tongue in there as well.
My thought was Diablo could, you know, die flip someone, and then you've got like a drag Uther stun for the lockdown.
Yeah, I mean that would work too.
But the additional like synergy with the APOC into ring, even potentially like Divine Storm on top of like Ball Lightning or Cassia Fend, is just a bonkers amount of damage. If you can obviously pull it off.
Stukov we see coming out. Okay. And Rag. What do you think about that?
I guess it'll remain to be seen. I think Rag can still be viable in certain instances, especially with a big front line like Arthas.
So the draft we're seeing from ODG, this was meticulously planned before the match, I think.
Think so? Who rounds it out for you then?
Well, that's the question.
You think they've got like a pocket pick?
Right? I mean, Tastar's still on the board. Yeah. I mean, as long as Illusion doesn't take it.
Or maybe like a Medivh
with the Cassia Uther. Depends on how much blow-up damage we actually end up seeing from Illusion. Because if they don't take a blow-up, some sort of blow-up damage, then I don't think Medivh would do them any good. So right now it's very long drawn-out damage from the start. But we've got to see another warrior here, right? Stitch's Falstad. Okay. This is a pretty unorthodox drafts coming out from both sides, I gotta say.
Yeah. It's the... I mean, I think the damage will still be there from the Cassie and the Falstad.
The damage is there?
Traditional follow-up.
Yeah, well, the damage is there. The part that I'm worried about the most is BOE is like one super long drawn-out fight throughout the game. Right. And I don't know that an Uther solo healer is something that deals with that particularly well. In fact, I know it's something that doesn't deal with it particularly well.
Whereas Stukov excels in a situation like that. Like
he
long
does.
sustaining.
Yep. Not to mention the self-sustain you have on Arthas, the self-sustain that you have on Rag. A Li Ming with dominance to a lesser extent.
She should be able to mitigate a lot of damage just by her positioning.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see if... as far as the drafts go, going into it, I liked Illusions better last time, so I'm sorry, ODG. I do like yours better this time. I think it's more suited for the map.
I think it's really going to come down to
getting the picks.
Hooks. Like, honestly, I think if he lands hooks, then they can definitely get kills on anyone. Because they're not going to be able to have like that. You know, like last game, you know, they had the D shield and the sanctification. Yep. There's no like oh shit button on the side of ODG this game. So I think if Kozer's hitting hooks, then I think they have a really good shot at winning this.
If they can manage to get picks, yeah, I think that's their win condition here. And that's not something that you'd like to say for a Stitches team. You want to be able to beat them outside of that, but I don't know that they can. I think they have to get the picks.
Well,
that's great against Stukov too. Let me keep in mind because he doesn't have a ton of burst healing. Before we go ahead.
I was gonna say I think having both the globals gives you like that macro presence too. But yeah, I think go ahead.
So on the left side for ODG, we have Billy Fish on Arthas, ISO Sneaky on Li Ming, Capitan on Vala, Crosby playing Stukov, and Cooks playing Ragnaros.
And on the right side for Illusion ESports, we've got Kozer on Stitches, Matt 407 on Cassia, Nedens on Uther, Rogue on Falstad, and Real Rad Dad playing the Dahawker. So, like I was trying to say before, I think the globals could play a very crucial role in this game in terms of like doing potentially like a 3-man defend into like all of a sudden we're, you know, like using our globals to come in and turn the tides of the fight.
Hold on, does Drag? No, well, he knows now. We have 2 versus 1. Can you land the Drag? He does. That's gonna be a kill.
Nice.
Well done. I love that. They stuck two up in the top lane. Now they can just pressure that in. What do we see for a rotation? Do we see anybody? Or are they just going to let them pressure that in? Because this is a lot of XP that's going to be denied and picked up in the form of towers if they just let them push. And they think a rotation's coming. They know they don't now that they see 4 bottom. We'll see how much more value they can get. They'll have a whole minion wave to be able to soak shots from these towers. We'll see if they can get the bottom tower down. That's maybe a quarter down on health so far. We see a counter push on the bottom as well.
So Arthur's opting for the Rhyme instead of the Howling Presence or the W quest at 1. It's interesting. I think it'll obviously get a lot of value against, especially a Season Marksman, Falstad, and the Cassia.
And not to mention, I mean, a lot of the damage that comes from Dahaka is auto attacks as well. I just see Luther eating a chunk of damage here.
Yeah, I guess like the only thing I would say as a potential negative for me would be the engage from Arthur. This is gonna be incredibly weak without the increased range. Like they don't have any engage outside of like a Sulfur Smash or an Arthur's root. So it'll be interesting to see how that comes into play.
We see this being phased. Oh, that's a kill on Stukov. Alright.
Oh, is Arthur's gonna go down as well?
Billy Fish trying to get out of there, and he's gonna manage to do that. I would love to see them go on that a little bit harder. There was no tower there for them to eat any shots. But regardless, they probably recognized they needed to get back down to defend this Immortal. A little more pressing now. Look at the XP though. Interesting. Got a full level lead over on the side of Illusion.
Yeah.
This ODG decides to get their siege camp over here.
And they're opting to have Cassie and Falstad attack the Immortal while the 3-man defense happens.
But they know that they're going to have to bring a little bit more manpower over here.
So they end up doing a 5-man defense. Are they going to get any kills?
There you go.
And the Arthur's going to go down. Do we have hookup for the Ragnaros? We do.
They do.
What a hook.
Follow-up stun, there's a blind. Yep.
That's exactly what they needed.
And they lived through the Li Ming combo, which was huge, because that could have been bad. Li Ming wasn't out of mana, though. Okay, I mean, this isn't... If you're going to give up an Immortal, I mean, this ain't bad, right? Like,
no, not at all.
You're up a level. You've got 4 kills now.
Yeah, I think they accepted the fact that they were going to lose it. So they made sure that they got trades that were positive for them. And overall, I think it was a job well done by Illusion.
There's a hook on ball. No follow-up there, though.
Big Arthur's root, and the slows are just going to make
a lot of damage from Li Ming as well. That's one thing that Cassie has to be very careful of, because that armor doesn't protect. Yeah, that armor doesn't protect you from spell damage.
Yeah, that was big.
So Li Ming's been putting a lot of damage on Cassia so far. We'll see if later in the game she can dodge some of those skill shots.
Oh, good Arthur's root into the stun.
We do see the fort go down.
Yeah, that's really good value out of that.
Quite a bit more than I thought they were going to get, but I think this is partially coming down to, I mean, you looked at them, outside of maybe Dahaka, they were half health, or around there anyways, chunked a bit, and you're relying on that Uther by himself to try and heal people up, and that can be very difficult for him. So their anti-siege really isn't that great when I think about it that way.
Oh, we've got
Falstad and
Cook's going down, eh?
Yeah, real Red Dad and Rogue laying down the herd on Ragnaros here.
Double global threat.
Yeah, that would have been a Dahaka dig that got him for sure then, huh?
Yeah, I actually wasn't watching it, but I can assume that it was an incredible flank that there was no way Cooks could have avoided it.
I mean,
it was just so well done.
We were totally watching that, right, stream? We saw that. Well, we do see the camp picked up on the side of Illusion ESports over on the bottom. The top did get picked up by ODG in return, though, previously.
Yep, and it looks like Illusion's going to go for their bruiser camp.
Rogue, Neddens, and Matt will start working on that. Well, looks like ODG is...
they're fishing for the invade over here. Oh, they're coming for it. Yeah, Arthur's coming in hot.
They have to get on the point now, though. They have to get on the point now. They get on.
He gets there just in time. Li Ming, huge work coming out.
It's a big one.
And they said no, thank you.
You have a Dragon Bola. Oh, okay.
Wow, right. That was incredible.
And
that was an incredible drag from Rad Dad.
There were a couple members low. Rogue, Matt were pretty low there when Li Ming even threw an orb in. They got kind of lucky that she didn't manage to pick one of them off because she could have actually snowballed that fight a little bit.
Yeah, but even though they killed all of their,
well,
give up a lot of race
in the
potential.
top. Getting a little low, but Kook's gonna make it out. Yeah, and I mean, I love it. ODG saying, "Oh, you guys killed us 6 times. We don't care.
Yeah,
We're coming in here for the invade. We're gonna fight you if you decide you want to fight us."
Keep.
I love the confidence. You see no follow up on the hook.
But it is a 3v5 here. This is super sketch.
Yep.
All right, Daka coming in.
Yeah, 4 now.
See if Koza can hit a hook on a priority target. Oh, there's the Arthas drag.
Rat Dad is silenced. He manages to go down.
Wow.
So Matt following Kozer should be soon to follow.
Can't get rid of that Arthas slow.
Yep. I mean, on the side of Illusion, I think the only way you're getting value here is if you get picks early. Like, the longer these fights are dragging on, just the worse for them. Especially when they're trying to defend and get a man down. Well, they have one person damage that, they just can't quite hold off. It's the kill
they
picture that's
don't have the
them.
racer for it. They don't have a gray main. They don't have, which is unfortunate. It is.
It's another half shield immortal here, and we're very quickly going to see ODG get their heroics as well. See them siege this down, and Crosby's doing a great job on this tip off, keeping everybody topped off. They have full health. You can tell it's much more difficult on the other side. So you see them pressure in this keep ball. They still have shields left on the immortal.
Oh, this popping trait. Siege up this keep. Try and get some free damage on the structure while the immortal's still up.
This is still a very healthy immortal. We could be looking at a keep 8 minutes into the game. We do see a gust. We see how much free damage we can get on the immortal at this point. And that should... Oh, not a
It's gonna be close. Z-Shield coming out though. Chain lightning.
A lot of ults drop.
Oh,
yeah, and there's a stitches.
Ping damage.
Oh, he's gonna rip.
Oh,
he doesn't go down. Okay.
ISO
reset.
sneaky.
ISO sneaky is out of
ISO reset city.
We're gonna see this keep go down. 9-minute keep. This is Illusion so desperately needs. Let me try and fix my mouse real quick. Sorry.
It could certainly be going worse for ODG. That is for sure. Looks like you're gonna get the free siege camp and bot.
I think we will, yeah. Now we've got catapult pressure. Yep, early on in the game. It's gonna be an uphill battle for
Illusion ESports.
I mean, they need to win the immortal. Just go aggressive. I don't think the defending is working. The problem is they're not going to have 13. ISO sneaky goes on. That's a good pick. That's a good pick. Steal this camp. Yeah. I think you steal this camp now. Get some pressure on the map. Yeah, that's going to alleviate some pressure on the bottom. Just well, I guess not really. It's cleaned up by the towers over here. But it's still a good denial. Make sure you don't get any of that extra pressure on a lane that's already has catapults going down it. We see a hook go out. That's going to miss. Big thing is they need to either take a fight before 13, which I don't think ODG is going to let them have, to be completely honest. But I mean, they're going to have to soak 13 otherwise. It's not a good spot to be in. They need to go aggressive more than anything rather than just defending. But it's going to put them in a tricky spot because I mean they're not in a position to do that right now down at Towns here.
Right. It's unfortunate, but they do have the tools to do it, right? Like the hook can really set up a pick if they can find one.
This is not good.
They're trying to soak it with their globals.
Yeah. They don't have enough time.
Favorable positioning though.
They don't have enough time. We're gonna see ODG go up and just clear the siege camp for free.
That's interesting though. They should be forcing with their 13.
Yeah. Especially when you've already phased the Immortal. I mean, this is the fight you want. They're going to fight here. They have to fight you.
Yeah.
So you're gonna put some damage down. The hook just barely misses off the Li Ming.
When I hit Control 1, does it show talents on your screen as well or no?
No, not on mine, but yeah.
Okay, I think. Do you mind doing Control 1 real quick? So.
Yeah.
Oh, big damage coming out from Li Ming. The G shield able to save the fall set though. Arthur's staying on the Cassia, keeping the slows in there, gets some by the Immortal, but Li Ming's able to capitalize, get the kill on Stitches and Cassia.
Cassia gets another. We still have another spell rotation here, and the Rat Dad's gonna go down as well.
Another big root coming out from Arthur, slowing him down. Uther is not going anywhere. Oh, big slow coming out from Stukov.
See him chasing Neddens this can't be. I don't think they're gonna end here, but maybe with this Immortal, things go well enough. Vala doesn't care. She's in there. Capitan. Wanted the kill.
Capitan, fresh out of things to give.
Nice try.
Going all the way up to the top key.
Alright, this is a full shield Immortal. This is scary.
Cannoneer from ISO Sneaky.
Yeah. Yeah, and we did see that do some work on Dahaka down bottom. Got the kill, not like he was gonna live out there anyways, but it's a good pick for Battlefield. Get a little extra
the
damage
Gus flank coming in. Here comes the Cassia, all lightning, getting on the rag, getting on all of them actually.
You see the D shield come down on Matt. They do get the kill on Rag. Cassia is very, very low. Gets a heal from Uther, but I don't think it's gonna be enough to save Matt's life.
Oh.
Kozer is looking to be very low too. He goes down. We see another reset for ISO Sneaky. Do they get this on Dahaka? This should be another kill.
Real Rat Dad is probably gonna go down. Yeah, that is unfortunate.
Dad dies.
Yeah, it's never a good thing when the raddest of dads dies.
This should be game, and I believe series. I believe this is just the best of 3.
Capitan says, I could kill your core, but I'm going to kill you first. Puts the false dad out of his misery.
GG's to everyone.
That's a 2-0.
Uh-huh.
Good
games.
game.
2-0. Yeah. And that'll wrap it up. It was